Most people think the world is run by the names we see on the news. Musk, Bezos, Arnault. But real power doesn't scream. It whispers. It hides in plain sight behind trusts, foundations, and centuries-old banks. To find the world's richest family, you have to stop looking at bank accounts and start looking at history. Because while we've been building companies, they've been building the world. June 1815, the Battle of Waterloo. A continent's fate was decided in a day. Nathan Rothschild knew the outcome before the king did. He didn't use magic. He used a private intelligence network of carrier pigeons and fast ships. Legend says he stood on the London Stock Exchange floor and began selling his bonds. The market panicked. They thought Britain had lost. As prices plummeted to nothing, he bought everything. By the time the news of victory arrived, he hadn't just made money, he owned the debt of the British Empire. This wasn't a bank. It was the first international nervous system. November 1910. 6 men board a private train car in New Jersey. They use fake names. They carry duck hunting gear as a ruse. Their destination? Jekyll Island. These were agents for the Rockefellers, Morgans, and Rothschilds. For 9 days, in total secrecy, they drafted the plan for the Federal Reserve. They created a system where a private group of banks would lend money to the U.S. government. At interest. Since that night, every dollar in your pocket represents a debt to a family whose names aren't on the bill. But there's a layer deeper than the bankers. The Black Nobility. These are the ancient families of Rome and Venice who have held sovereign wealth for 500 years. They don't report to tax authorities because they own the land the authorities stand on. They are the silent partners of the Vatican Bank and the world's oldest central banks. While modern billionaires play with tech, these families play with centuries. The ultimate goal of a trillion-dollar family isn't to be seen, it's to be the system. They aren't in the game, they are the board. Next time you see a global crisis or a sudden market shift, ask yourself, who wins? And who's been winning for 200 years? The eye on the dollar bill isn't just a symbol, it's a reminder. They never left.